We're Gabe Mila Fáilte Chuig nationwide. Later on this evening, the award for MS Carer of the Year will be presented. Now, this award honours the dedication of carers who support people who are living with multiple sclerosis. Our reporter Zainab Bolladell went to meet last year's Carer of the Year.
Multiple sclerosis, commonly known as MS, is a neurological condition that affects the brain and spinal cord. According to MS Ireland, nearly 11,000 people in the country are living with the condition.
The Multiple Sclerosis Society of Ireland is the only national organisation that provides information, support and advocacy services to the MS community. So we work with people with MS, their family members, healthcare professionals and anyone who has an interest in multiple sclerosis. 25, 30 years ago, if you were receiving a diagnosis of MS, you would have been told to go home. You probably would have got a course of steroids, told to go home and just do nothing. Now, because of 20, 30 years of research, we know that world has completely changed.
Liz and Patsy Fagan have been married for 46 years. They met in their early 20s and since then, they've built a life together in Ballynakill, Enfield, County Meath.
In them days, you asked the girl to dance, you put out your hand and you said, would you like to dance? And she looked at me, she wanted a tall fella, but I coddled her that night because I had a pair of platform boots on me. Now, I'm not that small anyway, but I was giving me an extra inch. And she threw her two arms around my neck, and from that day to this, here we are still together.
Shortly after they got married, Liz was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. At the time, the future for people living with MS was uncertain due to the lack of resources in the country.
When we were going together, she used to, and not then she'd fall or maybe some little things go wrong, but she wasn't diagnosed with MS until 1981, was it?
81. I was 6 months pregnant with my youngest daughter.
Yeah. She had we were married 2 years or something when she was diagnosed with MS. But she used to, she got Bell's palsy and that went and a few things like that. So it was coming on, but it wasn't diagnosed. I was called into the Blanchardstown Hospital. Liz was in it to tell me what was wrong. We knew there was something wrong. So when I went in anyway, the specialist said to me that your wife has MS. He says, do you know anything about it? I said, no. So the social worker said to me then, if Liz wants to do anything in her life, don't stop her doing it. And I never did.
I was in the hospital, Eva was born, and I said I wasn't able to do anything for her. I'd lost the part of my right arm and hand. I couldn't do anything. I said, but the nurses were great in the hospital, they did everything for me. Like they fed her, changed her, did everything, because I couldn't do it. So I did most things with my left hand for 2 years, until I got the power came back. It was about 2 years. And I got the power back, and then I got on with things then again.
Liz is a great example for anybody that would be newly diagnosed today, because she has it now 44 years, and she's still, as you've seen,
still moving along.
Yeah, she goes round a little rollator now, but she's not. She has her wits about her and she's able to walk up and down the house here a little bit, and sometimes she's in a wheelchair and stuff like that. But we work it out together, you know.
It was in 2002 that Patsy quit his job driving lorries to become a full-time carer to Liz.
I missed it for a while, the lorries and meeting the lads and having a bit of crack. And even to this day now, I still waking around 4 or half 4 in the morning. So it was a bit of a change, yeah. But you have to go on and live with it. But she's easy to mind. She's a good character.
To honour their dad's dedication to their mother, last year, Patsy's daughters nominated him for the MS Carer of the Year award.
You know, when we nominated him and then we found out that he won, like we actually couldn't believe it, like, you know, we were just ecstatic for him because he deserves it, you know, he does genuinely deserve to get that recognition, you know. I suppose it's even hard to put words on it, like, because as I said, I wrote on the thing, like, he's not just her carer, like, he's her best friend, he's her rock, they are everything to each other. And I suppose to see that, like, it is lovely for us, because, you know, there is a lot of families that might break up or different things, and they're the total opposite, and it's very grateful to see it, like.
Mom was brilliant.
Yeah, like every day coming home from school, her dinner was there, and you know she was there. Like
She
even
got us up every morning.
Yeah.
School, she was.
Yeah, I remember Fridays we used to get the bus into Navan. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Or her, like, as well. Like, so there was nothing overly different, like, than what anyone else had.
MS Ireland's National Annual Awards celebrates the contributions of carers and volunteers who make a positive impact in families, communities, and the organisation itself.
For us, the awards are an extremely important part of our annual calendar because it gives us an opportunity to acknowledge people and the incredible work that people with MS do, but also people with MS, their family members and their carers do. You know, for us, there's a huge inadequacy around access to respite locally for people. So what a lot of time what happens is it's a loved one or a carer who, you know, is the key person for that person with MS. And I suppose for us it's a way of acknowledging. It's also a way for the family to acknowledge the carer or the person with MS themselves, or the volunteer or somebody who has done something for 20 years with no sense. They just do it because they're really great people. But it's a way of acknowledging that, and I think that's really, really important.
I didn't know anything about it. Patsy didn't know anything. But then she rang one day to see was he in the house, and he was going to take me to the shop, and I said, "Why? What is it? What is it?" "Dad's after getting the National Carer of the Year." He's not there. "Don't tell him." I was told not to tell you. It was to be a secret for you. Yeah. But then I said, "We can't bring him up to Monaghan and put a secret like that."
Well, I knew there was something going on. I didn't do it to be awarded anything, but it's great to get the award, and it's a great honour, and I'm delighted to have it, and that so much was taught to me by my family and my daughters, and Liz here herself and all, you know.
Patsy also fundraises for MS Ireland through his love of music. His most recent donation was to the Meet MS Ireland branch.
Well, we done a live at Fagans CD first, and that was all done for charity. The whole group was involved in that, and I think that raised around 10,000. Meet MS has been good to Liz over the years, on and off with physio and stuff like that. And in our early days when money was tight, you know, you might get a few bob off them for a sup of oil, heating oil and stuff like that if they had it, and that's I like to give something back then when I get something like that, so I started doing a bit of fundraising, and I do enjoy it now. I like asking lads for money.
While Liz has been living with MS for most of her adult life, she doesn't feel limited by it.
It was disheartening for me when I heard what I was diagnosed with. I said, I was very young at the time, 23 or 4 or something. And I said, sure, I can't, not at this age, surely I can't have something like that. Because to me, I was going to be in a wheelchair, wasn't going to be good. But as it turned out, I'm not in a wheelchair unless I have to go any distance. Other than that, I walk around my walker, my rollator. And these things, you get on with these things. Things have to be done. I had 2 small children at the time, new baby. You just have to get on with it, which I did. And everything was good.
The reality of life with MS can look different for everyone. And the Fagans are an example of not letting it define who they are or how they live their lives.
If people want to find information on multiple sclerosis, or the Multiple Sclerosis Society of Ireland, or any of our regional offices, or our branch network, or any service that we provide, you can go on ms-society.ie, or you can telephone the information line. But I think if you want to see what services are available, the best place to do is look at our website.
and that website has all the information about all the projects undertaken by MS Ireland, and especially the information about Carer of the Year. That's it, that's the end of the programme. Tasuna Garbancho, Tanya Bass, Nadian Dermot Gulmadel, an RT+1, August in an RTE player, Hama. O Nationwide, Slán Aggie.